What's up, you gender-neutral Mr. Mrs. Potato Heads? Amen, women.
Amen and a woman. Where?
Terrence Popp here with Darklist.com, and it looks like Blake's on vacation, so we're going to be doing a little handoff. He's in Texas. I'm still outside Detroit.
Tejas. Welcome to America's land down under, where I'm not getting any down under kisses, at least not right now. Last night is a different story. Winning.
I got me some cold brew.
Outstanding.
This shit is the bomb.
Outstanding. And I'm back with the Cayman Jacks. No wine, no wino Blake for everybody tonight. I know that's a huge disappointment. Apparently, after the last stream, wino Blake was a big hit. So,
dude, you were spot on, man. You were ripping me a new one. That was funny.
We may have to bring wino Blake back for future stuff.
Maybe.
But of course, we can't even start tonight until we curb our whiteness.
Oh, that's right.
We have to curb our whiteness. We have to make sure that we're not going to offend anybody with our whiteness. I just got
to ask a couple questions for a friend of mine.
Of course.
Okay, so you can have, if you're going to go to college, you can have an Asian club.
Yes.
You can have a black club. You can have a Mexican club, and the list goes on and on. But don't you dare start up a white club.
Don't you dare. The first rule of white club is you don't talk about white club. You don't get to form white club.
I'm just asking for a friend, man. Yeah. I mean, if people can't see that in itself is racist, I mean, I don't even know where this is going to go. This is insane.
Yes, and if this is your first night at white club, you have to white.
White club.
White club. Oh, we're totally getting banned just for making that. But we're gonna go over
right
here.
Out of the gate.
Right out of the gate, we're getting banned. All right, so let's all curb our whiteness together, shall we?
All right, let's go through the list.
You're gonna love this here. Curb your whiteness. If you are asked to attend anti-whiteness training at work, remember these are the attributes of white supreme pizza. Showing up on time. So I guess we're already guilty. So we're going to get banned because we didn't curb our whiteness enough not to show up on time.
Well, that's the entire military right there.
Hey, there you go. Working hard.
Yeah, that's only 20% of the military.
Meeting goals.
Again, 20% of the military.
Respecting authority.
That's like 3% of the military.
Planning for the future.
Nobody in the military does that. It's all paycheck to paycheck, man.
Well, I mean, you're signing up for an activity where you could very well get evicted from your meat suit. So, at least if you're
when I was younger, I was just looking for booze and pussy, and I like to shoot guns. It took up all my time and money when I wasn't doing army stuff.
Well, I think it's safe to say that you found all the above, and every once in a while, you got a tray of lasagna out of the deal. So
I did. That was awesome.
It was pretty good times. Yeah. Let's see here. Making progress. There you go. So it's now, there's another word for that. It's called being progressive. So now all the progressives need to curb their whiteness and stop being so damn progressive. Maybe that's why they decided.
This is complete. This is absolute lunacy right here.
Maybe they decided to, bring back segregation because they were just too white. Who knows? Winning. There's another good one. Winning is white supreme pizza now.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Oh, okay.
As opposed to
when a plane takes off, right? Just because the aircraft is able to take off from the ground and transport 200 people across, the country, for that to happen, they had to get probably 2 or 3 million, mathematical equations correct. You fuck up one of those, and guess what? You got yourself a pile of corpse cushions, and they hit the ground, they're going to be on fire. They're going to die.
Well, math is white supreme pizza now, too, so we're going to be getting to that later.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. We were just joking about it. I mean, one or two articles does not a social movement make. That we understand that. Sometimes you just have to generalize for the sake of comedy. But now it's taken off in a big way to where we are seeing actual policy being created. And like I said, we're going to get to that later. It's a whole barrel of stupid. I really hope that you guys, are prepared to tap that keg and suck it all down, because it's not going to go well for anybody.
No. Listen, we're all vomiting in the toilet at the end of the day.
Exactly.
That's just the way it is.
If we had drinking games for all the stupidity on this show, we'd all be dead.
Oh, we wouldn't make it. Yeah. That's right. We'd be dead.
Making decisions. So this is where these people come from when you ask them out on a date. Where do you want to go tonight? I don't know. Well, why don't you pick for me? Speaking proper English.
Okay. Oh my God.
Being polite.
Oh yeah. No.
And avoiding conflict. So
this is what they were teaching at the Coca-Cola thing, right?
Yeah. So every woman stands for the stunning and brave, women of color who go on Jerry Springer specifically to pick a fight. Yeah. Bad news bears, man. Bad news bears.
I mean, is this or is this not part of the slide deck that was taught at the Coca-Cola craziness?
It is pretty damn crazy.
That was put on by that one person on LinkedIn that, put together the slide decks and the classes for this horse shit.
Yeah. What happened to my graphic? There you are, you bastard.
I mean, so,
something.
meeting goals, being non-confrontational, speaking proper English so people can understand what you're saying. I mean, that is...
And thank you to
absolutely stupid.
And thank you to the Bacon. Like, he's pointing this out because, and this is something that we noticed too. If you think that this is satire, the source at the bottom takes this directly from the Smithsonian Institute. I don't know how well it's showing up. It was not the greatest quality, meme that I picked up, whatever you want to call it, but holy smoking Joe Frazier. It is bad news bears.
I mean, this is all stuff that you do to get ahead in life.
Yes.
So if you don't, so they're saying if you do what you need to do to get ahead in life, that's all white supreme pizza shit.
White supreme pizza.
That is absolutely insane.
Damn it.
Oh my Lord. How many people we have watching tonight?
464 currently logging in. Thank you for joining us tonight.
We're running light today. What's going on?
We're running light today. Well, there was a lot of people in the comments saying they did not get a single notification. So if you did not get a notification, even though notifications don't really mean a whole lot on YouTube and subscriptions don't, make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. And then if you click on the little bell, make sure that you select all notifications. Because apparently subscribing to a channel isn't enough. Clicking on the stupid bell thing to get notifications isn't enough. You got to make sure that you select them all. Otherwise, it's going to make sure that you're, not hearing about curbing your white supreme pizza with a couple of drunk dudes.
Correct. But we are planning on doing this every Tuesday and Thursday moving forward until we say stop.
Yes, Tuesday and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central.
All right.
So make sure you guys click on that like button. If there's 461 of you in there, we need to see 461 likes. It's one of the only things that actually breaks through this amalgam.
We are getting a lot of people unsubbed.
Yes.
I mean,
always.
It's crazy.
That's been a problem from the beginning.
I get between 5 and 10 emails a day from guys saying, "Hey, I was unsubbed from your channel. What's going on?"
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you guys check out the backup channels on YouTube as well. YouTube.com/Grunt Speak and YouTube.com/Terrence Popp Culture. Both of those are now where you get the edited videos. This channel, from at least for the foreseeable future, is going to be live stream only because for some reason the algorithm just seems to favor it as much as it doesn't seem to favor it right now. What are you going to do?
So do the fans out there like the sword room?
Of course they like the sword room.
This is the sword room.
This is where people go to get cut.
Nah, this is where I just collect all my crazy. I hang up all my weird collection of bullshit I have.
And virtually everything in that room was bought while you were scientifically unconscious.
80% of it, yes. 80% of it.
You know, what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, I was you're correct. You know, scientifically, I was, unconscious. These things happen. What are you going to do? I mean, it's what it is.
Shit happens, man. What are you going to do? Speaking of what are you going to do, because there's no amount of... There's nothing that we can say that's actually going to prepare you for this. Apparently, even being Superman now isn't enough to keep people out of trouble. Oh, why is that not working?
What are you talking about?
I'm trying to send a window up to the chat, and it is not working. It's showing me a preview, but when I try to transition it over to the screen, it is going black.
Oh, yeah, I just saw that on my end.
Once it goes black, it doesn't come back. I'm going to try to figure out what the heck is going on with that. I apologize.
No, I can see it. Well, it went black again.
Yeah.
I was getting colorblind in here.
I was getting colorblind. Not sure what's up with that. Let me see about that. I will try and fix it. But basically, the moral of the story is being Superman now isn't enough to keep you out of the threads of cancel culture. They're going to try to tie you up and ball gag you like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction just because you had the nerve to date an actual strong woman who got canceled on Disney Plus recently.
Okay, you're talking about the Superman guy, right?
Yes. Cavill, yep.
Okay, when did he actually date this woman?
Let me back it up here, and I will take a quick look.
I think it was a minimum of at least 6 or 8 years ago.
Yeah. In fact, the article that I'm looking at on here does not even say when they dated. All of a sudden, people just remember that they dated. And then...
All right, so what's taking place is simply this. The weaponized, useful idiots are basically focusing their ire on Cavill. It's absolutely asinine.
Because they can't stand being proven wrong. And that's all that the tweet from Gina Carano said. She pointed out correctly that the far left now is engaging in the same activities that were engaged in, late 1930s, early 40s Germany. Yeah. And
I pointed that out like almost 8 months ago, and I pointed out the exact same thing that happened in China between 65 and 78.
Yeah. History repeats itself.
Yep.
Thumper's in the chat. Welcome back, you filthy animal.
You filthy animal.
Filthy animal. All right. I'm trying to figure out what is up with this. What is up with this here? I'm not really sure what the problem is here. Let me see if this will work this time. Is it going to go black again? Yep, just went black again. Damn it. All right, I guess we're going back to the way things were.
Yeah, it's not. You got a malfunction in the program.
Yeah, Murphy's messing with me, dude.
Yeah, we all knew Murphy was going to get involved.
Of course. Why? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Just break into my house with like an 18-foot steel dildo and just have his way with me. That's what he does.
Listen,
that's why he's so popular at parties.
Murphy always gets involved whenever you have to change something. You have a compressed, time hack, or you have to do something different on the fly. Murphy always gets involved in those transactions and hammers you right in your fourth point of contact.
Okay. Now, I have to ask, like, these pictures here that people are tweeting about Henry Cavill and Gina Carano, am I missing something? Because neither one of these people are Henry Cavill and Gina Carano.
The Amazon Prime show, The Boys, which I like that show, but yeah.
But what does this have to do with...
I was wondering that as well when I skimmed through the links you sent me.
What the hell does that have to do with the price of beans? Don't ask me, because I don't know.
Nothing. It's stupid. And you know what? I mean, I'm going to put this out there to all the fans who watch this. Whenever you want to go see something that, comes out in the theaters or it's on one of the platforms that streams, if you come across it and you think it's another piece of woke trash, turn it off.
Ignore it.
Just ignore it. Vote with your feet.
Vote with your feet and your wallet.
Because we are in a guerrilla warfare here, and the way you win that is you run the other side out of resources.
Yep.
So, you'll let them keep doing what they're doing, and they throw good money after bad money. Sooner or later, they're going to run out of good money.
And sooner or later, they're going to run out of targets as well. Here's another one that's made big news this last week. Mr. Potato Head brand goes gender neutral. Hasbro's dropping the Mr. Potato Head brand name and logo to promote gender equality and inclusion.
So stupid.
Suck it, Trebek. And, of course, they couldn't even hold fast to this for very long, which makes me think that there was probably nothing more than a marketing gimmick to reinvigorate some interest in the toys. Update on the Gateway Pundit: Hasbro keeps Mr. Potato Head. The modern makeover of gender-neutral name will not happen. Did not take very long at all for this to bounce back. And some blue checkmark chucklehead says, I hope people realize that the Mr. Potato Head thing is just a marketing gimmick designed to increase demand for both the old Mr. Potato Head product and the new Potato Head product.
Well, first of all, the new Potato Head product probably is not going to sell if they decide to make it.
And Matt Walsh, that genius of satire. I told my 7-year-old daughter that Mr. Potato Head is gender neutral now, and she smiled and said, this is the greatest day of my life. Finally, I can be at peace. We hugged and I started sobbing. It was beautiful. Matt Walsh is hilarious. I try to read everything that he writes over at the Daily Wire. He's one of the best things about that website.
I don't know. I don't really read a lot of the current shit. I just can't stand it.
Well, I mean, it's... At this point, people are kind of getting the idea that Shapiro is just money-grubbing yarmulke wearer, I guess. I don't know if I can say that word on here, so...
I hear you.
He's a rich mofo, and he's made a lot of money doing what he does. Debating him is an exercise in masochistic futility.
Oh, he's spot on, man.
Yeah.
That dude is just a surgeon. He's a surgeon.
Yeah.
When it comes to debate, man, I mean, he's a master. He's a master at it.
He's a master debater. Yeah.
He's almost. I would say he's actually better than Jordan Peterson.
Yeah. Well, he uses a lot of cheap tactics, but they work. It only is. It's only truly cheap if you're not backing it up with facts. But where he gets cheap sometimes is when he tries to trip people up. But I mean, when you're just peddling nothing but feelings, you make that so much easier.
No, he actually asks bait questions, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm watching him work. It's absolutely amazing. Now, I am not a fan of some of the bullshit he's done. I don't agree with everything he says, but I don't agree with anybody on 100% of what they say. No,
you and I disagree.
All the time.
All the time. It is what it is.
Yep.
But,
all the time.
But I'm not going to, throw a kicking shit fit and threaten to quit the show whenever we disagree. I leave that kind of shit to the Democrats.
Yep.
And now they're trying to cancel none other than Dr. fucking Seuss.
All right.
You would think that this is satire.
Can you Bing search all of the awards Dr. Seuss got or he was nominated for in his past? Lots
of nominations, not too many wins, but of the 2 wins that I know of for sure was a Peabody Award and a Pulitzer Prize of Lifetime Achievement for over half of a century of educating
children.
But now we're going to cancel. It's 6 books here. And I personally,
this is just the beginning.
Yeah, these are not the classics, but that if they acquiesce, they give into this shit, it's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning.
And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street, If I Ran the Zoo, McElligott's Pool, On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Eggs Super, and The Cat's Quizzer. So your copy of Green Eggs and Ham and The Cat in the Hat is safe for now. But they're coming for you, and not in the way that proved popular in college.
That's absolutely correct. I grew up on Dr. Seuss. I remember
we all did, man.
We all did. And what we're seeing, this is modern day book burning right here.
Oh yeah, and they've been doing this. I mean, ever since the Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling actually had the unmitigated gall. Oh my gosh! I mean, just clutching at the pearls that I'm not wearing. I'll give you a pearl necklace later, honey. It's they started burning the damn books just because she had the gall to say that men and women are biologically different.
That's absolutely correct. And you know what? Who was that one fighter that had her skull broken fighting a trans woman?
I don't remember the name of the
UFC?
fighter. But oh yeah, I remember seeing that. That was brutal.
She's permanently maimed.
Yeah.
Fractured her skull.
I mean, that chick had been fighting for quite a while and said that she had never in her entire life felt so powerless against an opponent.
Yeah. And then, and we have all kinds of female athletes missing out on scholarships to trans women.
Yeah.
So that old saying, anything you can do, I can do better, only applies if men don't show up and say they're women and blow you out of the water.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Mm-hmm. In reality, in big boy land, where we're all forced to adult, men and women are different. Shocker.
And what really cracks me up is if you look at, say, the difference between, baseball players, the home run hitters, and then the guys that juiced in order to pull it off, Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, what have you. The difference in testosterone between them and the average dude juicing like that is you can get at most double out of it. That's it. So you have a 100% advantage over the next athlete when you juice like that. And we frown on that. They kick you out of the sport if they find out that you're doing it. It's illegal. Well, but no, I'm not done yet. You're going to love this.
Okay.
The difference between even a low end to average dude and a woman's testosterone level is 7 to 10 times the testosterone. So you're talking about a 700 to 1,000% advantage in terms of rebuilding muscle, fast twitch muscles, heart and lung capacity. But that's real science, and we're not allowed to talk about that anymore because feelings.
Well, yes. I fought professionally for a while, and I've been studying martial arts since I was 13.
Yeah.
And I've been taught how to hit, vulnerable points, especially when it comes to the skulls. And there is a difference between somebody who is, a corn-fed individual, and Mr. 98-pound weakling guy. When you have to strike somebody like that, and it's even worse when you have a 105-pound woman and a 105-pound man who thinks he's a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, the difference it's night and day, because I've done this before in the military. I've trained infantry soldiers who weighed 120 pounds. They were men, and they were able to do everything the 200-pound dude could do at the end.
Yeah.
You could not make a 120-pound woman do that. You couldn't do it.
But you know what you can do? And we just got a super chat about it. 50-year-old transmission woman makes college basketball debut. Born Robert John Ludwig, 220-pound Desert Storm vet, is real physical against college girls on the court.
Oh, my God.
I'm totally buying it. I don't know about you, but I'm totally buying it. Stunning and brave.
Oh, my God. That is just insane.
So, just so we all are clear, okay, if you are a man, even if you marry a weapons-grade nagger, I want to make sure that I enunciate that correctly, and she pushes you to the brim, and you just finally have enough, and you just smack her across the face, you are disgusting, evil, and vile, and you need to go to prison, we have a whole set of special laws called the Violence Against Women Act, specifically to keep that from happening. But If you identify as a woman, you can get paid to go into an octagon and fracture somebody's orbital socket. And and Joe Biden will call you the bravest athlete in the history of the world. Welcome to Clownland. Ha ha.
Oh no, this is Bizarro World where garbage is money, man.
Oh man, you know what? That sounds good on a day like today. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick jog over here to Amazon just to show you guys today's sponsor. The Book of Numbers analyzing the return on investment on the pursuit of women. Currently available for $7.95 on Kindle. Audiobook is free with an Audible trial, and paperback $16.95. This is Aaron Cleary's new book. He specifically sent me a tangible copy. I don't have it with me, but links are in the description if anybody wants to go and check it out. Cleary is, when it comes to math, he's up there with Popp on the genius scale.
Well, the thing is I covered a lot of these subjects in my videos in the past.
Yeah.
But Aaron Cleary, he takes this down to a gnat's ass. I mean, literally, he focuses in on the minute details.
Oh yeah.
I don't go into that kind of that depth. So he's got me beat in that regard.
Yeah, he's a smart dude, and when it comes to money, economics, finances, he can get down in there in the nitty gritty. He's going to tell you exactly what's what. He's going to point it out, and he always provides details and sources.
Kind of like us. And we get strikes and banned for it, huh?
I wouldn't be surprised if he gets all kinds of bullshit thrown his way as well.
I'm sure he does.
I mean, just the fact that we're referring to, looking for your soulmate as a return on investment, that's enough to get somebody's panties in a bunch now. And men are allowed to wear panties now, apparently, and get periods and all that other stuff. Stunning and brave.
Well, you know how many guys I've talked to in the past 30 years? Actually, it's like the past 15 years who have been married for a significant amount of time, worked their asses off, provided for their family, made sure that he was keeping up with the Joneses and the Jamals, only to get hit with the I'm not happy bug.
I'm not happy.
And lose everything.
Everything.
And we're talking, his pension is cut down the middle to the point where he can't even live off it if he should decide to retire. House gone. Savings gone. Cars gone.
Will to live gone.
He gets stuck with the debt. She walks with all the good shit. Royally fucked. And he,
not in a good way.
Most guys don't have the strength to pull out of that. That's hard to come back from.
Well, in our dick thinking years, we're not really good at pulling out in general.
No, I'm talking to guys been married, 15, 12 to 22, 24 years. They thought they were in the clear.
Oh, I know.
So,
I don't know if you missed the joke or whatever.
It's absolutely crushing. Absolutely. And some of these guys killing themselves.
Yeah. It sucks, man. It really sucks. But, that's why we're here.
It pays to pay attention to somebody like Aaron Cleary. He's got a clear mind. He doesn't have any skin in the game. And he's writing a book that focuses on all this shit down to the gnat's ass. People out there would be an idiot not to buy this book and read it. I'm just
check
saying.
It out, man. We got guys in the comments talking about Bachelor Pad Economics. I think that was the first book that we ever promoted for Aaron Cleary. And then, but he does have one of my favorite all-time names for a website, assholeconsulting.com. I remember the first time it is genius. I remember the first time that we saw that, I was like, oh man, that's too bad that's taken, because that is.
I want to get to domain don'tmarryher.com and put up some billboards and have it go point to the redonkulous.com website. That would piss off so many people.
I would get a lot of trouble for that one.
Like a baby at night. I really would.
We'd get a lot of trouble for that one, but yeah, that would be hilarious.
I don't care. What did we do wrong? We just pissed some people off. So what?
I mean,
it's America. Big deal.
We got kicked off of YouTube for 2 weeks because we made a video called "Don't Marry Her." And they couldn't even point to anything in the episode that was specifically hate speech, and yet here we are. Like, almost all of our streams now are in limited or no monetization whatsoever, and it says that they're confirmed by manual review, but there's no details. So they're canceling the ad revenue on them just because.
Well, the thing is they're still running ads against that. They're just not paying us for it.
Of course. And they're running ads on channels that are not even part of the YouTube Partner Program, not even monetized.
Yep.
It is the ultimate penis in the ass to the online content creator community.
Yeah, and you know what? Right now they can get away with it, but as you and I know, there's a lot of alt tech platforms that are growing in the shadows.
Yes, and we are broadcasting on 2 of them right now. We are broadcasting on MGTOW.tv, and we are broadcasting on DLive. In addition to YouTube, there's also Twitch and the Facebook page. So check it out. Let us know if there's any problems with that stream, but it looks like everything's going pretty good.
Well, why don't we hit some super chats? We've been doing this for about a half an hour.
I can hit some super chats. I can do that. All right, let's check it out. Going over to, of course, right off the bat, we got Polska Bob, our favorite Unabomber in chief. $25 donation. Pop and Blake, here's some beer monies. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers to you,
As
sir.
you can see, I've been spending the cash you guys been sending me on the proper spirits.
That cold brew
appreciate it.
That cold brew is fantastic.
It's a sin. It's so good.
So good it's a sin. Dr. Fi with a donation of $5. A couple of years back at University of Johannesburg, I believe there was a panel where they actually attributed science to colonialism. You would be correct. I have heard about that. And it still makes my head hurt. Good times. Tracy Wilborn with a donation. What's tonight's lady drink of choice? And does it come with a drinking straw?
Oh, stop it. God damn you guys. Typical soldiers. They see one crack of weakness, they just go after it.
Well, you just make it too easy, man. You let them know that it bothers you, and we're just going to keep... It's like a scab. You just got to keep picking at it.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is. What are you going to do?
Exactly. Hey, what are you going to do? What do we got here? Jaffo on the bound. Blake, how's it feel to be back in America with no lockdowns, open stores, and no masks? And damn it, Pop, check your email. Sappers clear the way. That is actually another thing that we're going to be talking about. Texas has officially announced that they are going to reopen everything, bar none. Not like it was really being enforced here anyway. I walked into Walmart yesterday without a mask for the first time in almost a year.
It's funny, after the election, pretty much they quit harping on all of these COVID deaths.
Yeah, we're going to get to that too.
Yeah, okay.
All right, just making sure that we're good here. We're getting an error message on YouTube, but it seems like it's working itself out, so we're just going to keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking. And I have lost all the super chats.
Well, you have.
Where are you going? You need to come back here. I need to look at you. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Nothing's changed, and there's no one in the house but me.
Well, I'm going to be honest. I mean, Texas did just recovering from that craziness from 2 weeks ago. So
yes,
you could be having a problem.
That is very true. Yeah, for some reason, I had all these super chats up, and then all of a sudden, they just disappeared.
Well, we'll try to get to them at the end. Then.
We'll try to get to them at the end. Hopefully, they'll reload up. I'll get to the 2 that are currently up on the screen here. Facebook employee $4.99. Today's stream looks like a Popster war room. Any comments on Cuomo, women, and secession? Well, not the last 2, but Cuomo. You just wait till the end.
Yeah. On the secession. All right. I'm going to be honest. Listen, my bones are telling me that it's going to happen. Texas is going to pull listen, Texas brought a suit against another state, took it to the Supreme Court, which they're supposed to do.
Yes.
And the Supreme Court said, you know what, Texas, you don't have standing.
Yeah.
I do not blame Texas one bit for going, you know what, if I don't have standing in this union, I don't want to be in this unit anymore. In fact, it's in our state constitution. I don't have to be here. Fuck you. I'm out.
I'm out.
And as soon as that happens, you're going to see probably Missouri, Florida, maybe Arkansas, and like 2 or 3.
I think Oklahoma might be on there too.
States,
dude.
And then it's going to take off from there.
The trip down here takes between stops, regassing, getting food, stopping for the boy to, empty his colon at a truck stop bathroom, things like that. Takes about 22 hours total. I knew as soon as I arrived in Texas, because we crossed into the border of Texas, one of the first things that I see right off of a main road highway is a nice house. It's got a nice picket fence right there, and it's got all these flags staked up on the picket fence, and every single flag, full-size flags, not the tiny ones that are sticking out of your car window, says, "Fuck Biden." Using his own campaign art style.
Nice.
Genius. I was like, oh, now I'm in God's country. This is good.
I need to get one of those, man.
Yes, and I found the super chats because that's what Streamlabs is good for. So we're gonna do a little Southern accent since I'm down here in the South here. Patriotic Southerner donated $99.99 after he was done with his cousin. Thank you both for all you do. You guys helped me and many others through some tough times. God bless, take care, and remember, don't get excited, get even.
Listen, I'm going to be honest. I love to get emails and notifications like that because that's why I do this. Because, listen, some of these guys who get divorced or have major crazy life events take place, they think they're on their own.
Yep.
And that makes it 10 times worse.
And, when you walk into, someplace like family court, it's really hard not to feel like you're on your own. And the whole system, correct. I mean, even if you spend, in your case, at that point in time, about over 20 years fighting for a country, defending its interest, and then you come home and you expect that country to work for you. Nope, we're just going to bend you over the dumb dumpster and have our way with you because, best interest of the child. Bye.
Yeah, I wanted to get a fair shake, and, that was it. And they violated virtually all my constitutional rights, and they hid behind the excuse best interest of the child.
Of course. Ugh, disgusting. Let me see here. We got Dinosaur13 emailed you all about the prepper group. Also, I played the Grinch in Seussical the Musical in high school. Can't believe I was actually able to pronounce that. I guess I'm going to the gulag. Cheers, gents. Actually, no, you're not going to the gulag. You know where you're going to be? You are going to be in the downstairs seedy basements where all the whips and chains are. And you know who's going to be right there next to you? A Big Mike! There she is in a room full of kids with Cat in the Hats on. They got people in full costume. She's reading some Dr. Seuss to the kids. It was stunning and brave when she did it. But not anymore.
Not anymore, nope.
Not anymore. Yeah, I can't wait to see the porno version, The Scat in the Hat. Coming soon to a German porno locker near you.
The Scat in the Hat. Oh my God, that's funny.
I didn't even need wine for that one. Oh, I don't have an open thing to do my pain voice for you tonight, but I'm going to try for you anyway. A Facebook employee, already got yours here. Soylent Green, $5. 19 years married, got divorced, lost everything but my pension. But I gained some peace of mind, and I would do it again.
Yeah, because divorce is worth it.
You know why it's expensive? Because it's worth it. And by the way, that patriotic, what's his name? Patriotic Southerner, that super chat was $99.99.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys all tuning in. Thank you very much. I try to get to all these super chats as best as I can. There's quite a lot of them. We got Rocco Generoso. It's a pretty fitting name considering he donated $20. Hey, Popp and Blake, here's a little bit for you keeping up the good work and keep fighting. P.S. Blake, the next time you ask Popp or Poop, because, autocorrect really doesn't like you, Popp.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah. You're going to go on the gay cruise and you're going to get, Poop is going to get ducked in the ace. To grab his drinking straw, please ask what flavor to select. Vanilla, chocolate milk, or strawberry?
None.
It's all oozing out of the same hole, so pick your poison.
Stop.
Look,
welcome. It's not designed for that, man.
You're right, it's not. I apologize if you hear the dogs. My in-laws that we're staying with down here have 7 dogs. And they're being a little asshole. Hey! Your mother was a bitch.
Literally.
ML the Voice, €5. Perseus here. Today I finished the subs for Save Yourself from Marriage vid. All will be on the next Big Town Netflix for South America. Popp have his place. I'm not sure what any of that really means.
Well, if we have to go down to South America to run away,
yeah,
I might have some place to hang out at.
True story. What do we got here? Specs Cop Toe, 1999. Get your mods under control. They're mods because we trust their judgment. So if you're complaining, I don't know. I don't know what happened. What can you do? Popp, talk a little bit about Trump at CPAC, and I'm going to go and take care of this damn dog.
All right. So we had Trump actually talk at the CPAC convention. I watched probably 80% of what he had to say. And one of the main things that he talked about was how he didn't want to start a third party. Okay. Now, in my professional opinion, and I'm just an old grunt here, all right, I say fuck the Republicans, fuck the Democrats. They're all a bunch of goddamn traitors in my book. Maybe there's 6 or 8 of them there we can salvage, but I do not agree with not starting a third party. This is beyond stupid. We need to listen. It needs to get fixed one way or another, because if they've already monkey flipped on the stunning election, if they can do that at that level, they're going to just keep doing it forever, and it doesn't matter what you vote anyway. So that's just my opinion. That's it.
I concur. I mean, if there was ever a time for a third party, it's after the, stunning and brave 4:30 in the morning ice cream social that we witnessed in November. And then the subsequent, I don't even know if you could say that the GOP dropped the ball. They started fisting each other with it because they didn't care. No one stood up for the country. No one stood up for the people whose voices were eclipsed by the dead. The people who just don't exist. I mean, our democracy got usurped by coolers full of pieces of paper.
And
where the ink was still fresh.
There was some digital flip-flopping going on. I mean, it took... Look, Biden let it slip when he said they had the biggest, stunning an election system ever. He flat out said it.
Yeah.
All right, that's just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a dude.
I mean, you could, because it's Biden, the media was easily able to chalk that up to him just, well, no, they can't really chalk it up to him being demented either. So I'm not really sure exactly what they did trying to spin that. They just probably claimed it never happened.
Yeah. They're trying to walk it back now, and by doing all of these investigations after the fact, and they're throwing a couple people in jail, especially when the ones that were on camera from Project Veritas, and they're trying to bring back the illusion that it's all above board now. Yeah, it's all fixed. Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah.
Bull fucking shit. In my opinion, of course.
Of course. Oh my gosh. It's bad news bears. And of course, after Trump's speech, which I listened to, I liked it. He embellishes things in his typical Trump style, but he didn't say anything that was technically incorrect. The Communist News Network was right on it. Trump unleashes new threat to American democracy. Wah. By Stephen, I enjoy the taste, smell, and feel of penis, Collinson from CNN.
Yep. Absolutely correct. Listen.
It's just amazing. Donald Trump has no remorse for the deadly violence that he incited with his lies about a stolen election and his uprising against the U.S. Congress. Yes, telling people to go home with love, peace, and understanding in your hearts is totally inciting deadly violence.
And there's a mountain of evidence that nobody wants to look at.
No. It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. And what's even better is that now we have, and I don't know if there's any way to really verify this, but just considering the fact of who all is involved, I'm going to side with the president on this one. Trump actually requested 10,000 guard troops days before the riot, and that request was rejected by none other than Skeletor Pelosi and the other leaders who did not like the optics, namely also the Capitol Police. So, of course, they're going to say, well, this didn't happen, of course, because it's Trump, evil orange man, Drumfuller, what have you. But at the same time, am I going to believe the chick who told her entire state that you need to stay home and not get your hair done, not do anything that you would ordinarily like to do because otherwise you're going to kill grandma, and then she gets caught going out and breaking her own rules time and time again? And that's the least of her sins. Or am I going to believe that, the guy in charge of the Capitol Police, the law enforcement body that literally gunned down unarmed people at the Capitol building, when we just had $2 billion in damages from stunning and brave, fiery but peaceful protests trying to combat that exact thing. But it's okay when it happens to Ashley Babbitt, the veteran who who served her country. It's disgusting when it's Fentanyl Floyd, the porn star ex-con, or Jacob Blake, with charges currently being pressed against him for stunning and brave schmexual asphalting, which, according to the Democrats' own logic, if somebody alleges something against him, it happened, right?
They should be believed.
You got to believe all women.
Yep.
It's just astonishing to me. The stupidity, it just keeps on rolling. That's one of the biggest issue that I think we had trying to come up with the subjects for tonight's stream, was trying to filter out all the stupid. There's so much.
Harder and harder.
It is. There's so much happening from day to day. And Biden is such an abysmal failure in every conceivable metric. I mean, we could stream for 12 hours a day and never run out of material. We would never run out of material.
We could probably start our own network called Stupid Stream.
Stupid Stream. Oh, man. Speaking of stupid, and I know this is an issue near and dear to your heart, Michigan National Guard troops in D.C. hospitalized after the Democrat-run city repeatedly feeds them raw, undercooked meat and meals with metal shavings.
Okay.
But,
I'm going to be honest
America's back.
I'm going to be honest here. Now, metal shavings, that's complete sabotage right there. That's absolute bullshit.
Yeah, you can call shenanigans on raw food if you like, but sometimes people just are shitty cooks. But metal shavings, that's deliberate.
Well, no. When you have raw fish or raw food like this, it's beyond shitty cooks.
Yeah.
All right, either they did it on purpose, or their give a fuck scale is so low it's not even registering. Because when I deployed to Texas at Fort Hood and Fort Bliss, they fed us raw food all the time, and I had to throw a shit fit to get it fixed.
Mm.
And some of that was pork, and people die from that.
A little bit, yeah. You can definitely die from bad pork. Ugh. And if you hog slay one too many times and you ignore the weight scale, you can die from getting some bad porking.
Yeah, you get a pelvic readjustment.
Yeah, I can totally sit on your face, right? Yeah, totally.
Don't do that.
Dead. Well, at least he died happy. It doesn't look like he died happy. The man looks terrified.
Yeah. Well, first of all, most soldiers don't like to be deployed. They do it because it's part of their job. All right. Now, they need to investigate who did this, who, what, where, when, and why. Sanction the shit out of the restaurants if that's who provided the food, and find out who did it and absolutely nail their asses to the wall. That is bullshit.
So there's only so much you can excuse. Metal shavings in the food, that's not one of them. You can't chalk that up to being a shitty cook. Somebody did that on purpose.
You have to go look. Metal shavings aren't just lying around.
No.
There's absolutely no reason for that shit to be in food, because nobody's working at it. Listen, they're not cooking food in the steel shop. It's not happening.
No, I have to agree with you on that one.
Said, hey, this would be a great idea. Maybe if I throw some of these metal shavings in there and fuck these guys up, it'd be great.
Yeah.
And you know what's even scarier? They throw in broken, glass shavings, because that is very hard to find and fix. Yeah, that's not even cool, man.
Not cool at all. You know what else isn't cool? I think the title of this article really just says it all, because but America's back, right? Buck Fiden tweeted that on November 20th, before he was actually legally declared the winner of the Stunning and Brave Totally Above Board Ice Cream Social. But what does America's back mean? I mean, it's not my back. My back is all kinds of fucking jacked up. But it only took Joe Biden 36 days to bomb the Middle East. So there you go. That's what America's back means, I guess. World policing, wasting, drone striking men, women, and children again. America's back.
Yeah.
What else does it mean?
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It also means, under a Buck Fiden, creepy Joe, it also means no jobs. And even Bandcamp over here, Circleback Sally, doesn't have anything to say when she's asked about replacing tens of thousands of energy jobs destroyed by Joe Biden. All she says is, I got nothing for you. She's not even going to circle back. She's just got nothing. He killed 50,000 jobs his first day in office, and what has she got? Nothing.
That's just like the intelligence she has between her two ears and behind her eyes.
Nothing. She's got nothing. I'm not even sure she's got the flute from Bandcamp anymore.
I don't think so either.
I'm pretty sure that you shove that up that nasty ass rat hole, it's gonna rust the barrel.
I'm pretty sure, man. I'm pretty sure.
She was disappointed when she pressed that thing up in there as far as it would go, and it didn't circle back. Oh, is my autofocus messing up? You are correct. Somebody's wondering if my autofocus is going on. That's all right. Here, let me move it over here a little bit, so it's not so on the computer. Should get my face now. It's supposed to be able to track my eyes, but I think because I have some glare coming from the TV, it's going to be a problem there. But yes, somebody in the chat is like, Bandcamp. Yes, that's what I call her. We call her Circleback Sally. We call her Bandcamp. Either way you think about it, I mean, she is probably the most unqualified, uninformed logistically bad decision anybody has ever made when putting somebody in charge of the press thing. And now they're asking them to like pay money to get in there. Have you heard about this?
No.
Yeah, I wonder. It was like, oh yeah, they're thinking about charging the press pool like $170 to be part of the freaking briefings now. Like, oh, wait, what? Why? Is anybody really that interested in what this gnarly, disgusting, Bandcamp-ridden booty has to say? I sure as hell am not.
You know what? Let them keep talking. They're just gonna sink their own. They're gonna sink their own ship.
Space Ghost is on whenever she talks. Just saying. Shit, man. I mean, just take a look at the picture of the stunning and brave American Sign Language chick right next to her. See how she's shrugging because she doesn't know what the hell is going on? That says it all. Right there.
That says it all right there, baby.
How do you what's circle back in sign language?
I have no idea.
Son of a bitch. Oh man. It's an interesting time that we live in. Oh, and I by the way, I did make sure that I checked all sources today for cruise ads, if you know what I mean. The Titanic's going to stay in port while I'm on vacation. All right.
That's awesome.
But we talked a little bit about this before we came on. And just the title of this article, because I guess the Democrats' new thing, like ever since, because we're talking about the third party thing, they're talking about, what if we make a Patriot Party? What have you. And, of course, they're just going to split the vote. Yeah, well, people are idiots. So, but if you get them comfortable with a third party system over time, blah, blah, blah. But ever since Bidenus pervertus took office, the left has tried to do this thing now where they want to be like the blue MAGA party, for lack of a better term. They want to claim that they're the America first. I can't even say it out loud, so I'm just going to show it to you. The Patriot Party already exists. It's the Democrats.
That's such bullshit.
I can't even read it without bursting out laughing. I'm going to fucking cry reading this. It's so stupid. I can't believe that they actually conceived of this and then committed it to the printed word. I mean, this is up there with that box quote on the back of Highlander 2: The Quickening that called it the smartest sci-fi film since Blade Runner. I mean, that's when your brain just gives up and like the top of your scalp pops open and it jumps out and it goes on vacation because go home 2021, you're drunk. But wow, it's just hilarious. And my favorite paragraph is right down here. It says, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, the definition of a patriot is one who loves and supports his or her country. It's vague for sure. I'm sorry, what? What defines love and support? And especially in these trying times, how much significance should be placed on how that love and support manifests itself? Really? Mm. So what would if the Democrats are the Patriot Party, what would we say is patriotic? The party of the TPP, the party of outsourcing jobs to China, the party of literal slavery, welcoming thousands upon thousands of refugees into the country only to put them work for indentured servitude wages with the maybe, possibly, we'll think about giving you citizenship in 8 years if my corporate overlords allow me to do it. Like, come on.
You are correct on that one, man.
I mean, what else? What else do the Democrats do that you would consider super duper patriotic? How are they putting America first, Pop?
I can't really think of anything other than they want universal income.
Oh, yeah.
They want to promise a bunch of free shit.
Yeah. Destroying our economy, forcing people out of work, and making you feel guilty for wanting to leave your house and commune with other people. That's now patriotic.
Yep. Totally.
Yeah, the Democrats are totally the America First party. They're not the party of NAFTA. They're not the party that were one of the main front runners of the Democrat primaries for the last 2 election cycles was a dude who literally went to the Soviet Union on his fucking honeymoon. Shit!
Also, you have to remember, the Democratic Party was responsible for the Jim Crow laws and the KKK.
Yep. And guess what they're trying to bring back? Segregation. But it's okay when we do it. Well, actually, you know what? They did it the first time, so that doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Well, you know what they're doing is they're circle back around.
They're going to circle back. Yeah, we're just going to circle back forever.
Oh, my God.
Holy crap balls. Oh, man. I don't know what's up with the little drop that we're getting in between when I'm switching angles here, because I'm not switching cameras the way that I ordinarily do, so every once in a while you see the chat box pop up in an empty space for a half a second, so it is what it is. It was never going to be perfect doing it this way because, we're 1,200 miles apart. I'm amazed that it's working this well at all.
Hey, how many people we have watching now?
We have 911. Oh, no. Bad omen.
911?
911. Oh, we went to 913. Okay, all is right with the world. But we only have 481 likes. So, come on. You guys got to hit that like button. Share this stream out with people. Because that is the only thing that breaks through the alphabet community's stunning and brave algorithm, which has been shadow banning us for years.
Yeah, ever since we dropped the MGTOW thing on our... They started hammering us.
Hammering. Oh, yeah. It's not been fun, yeah. But of course, another thing too, if we're talking about America's back, right? America's back, right? Totally. We got to talk about identity politics, right? Because that's what's feeding into the cancel culture shite.
Yep.
And we were talking about this earlier when we were mentioning that, math is white supreme pizza now. of course.
So stupid. And
like I said, it's not... You can dismiss some things out of hat when it's just one article, or in the case of the internet nowadays, a Tumblr post. But... now we have official policy. Boston Public Schools suspend test for advanced learning classes. Concerns about programs' racial inequities linger.
Okay. So what grade is this affecting?
4th through 6th. Apparently it has suspended enrollment due to concerns about equity in the program. A 1-year hiatus. But essentially... The main issue is that 70% of the students enrolled in advanced placement classes are white or Asian, even though 80% of all Boston school students are Hispanic and black. You see, I can't even debunk this without risking getting banned. That's how stupid this is, because I would have to actually point out the fact that there are genetic correlations to intelligence and things like that. And apparently now Asians don't even count as people of color anymore. Just like they didn't count. They didn't count in World War II when, the best president
in a camp.
Yeah, the best president ever.
Too, is, what they're not taking into account here is a lot of the colored families come from fatherless homes.
Yeah.
And a lot of these kids, if they don't have a father at home, they, this is provable too. They just don't do good in school, white or black. I'm just saying. But if you're going to go by the statistics, if you have white kids, chances are they're going to have a white father around. They have a greater chance of that happening.
Yeah, because
what is it, over 70% of single mothers?
72 to 75%, if you are stunning and brave African descent. Is the likelihood of you being raised in a single mother home, versus 25% if you are white supreme pizza, or 11% if you're Asian.
Well, it's even less.
See, it's almost like there's a correlation between having a father at home and, I mean, because you can look this up too. When you're talking about percentages of any demographics that graduate high school, that graduate college, that go on to get higher education degrees, that the average income across ethnicities through this country, every single bit of it can be boiled down to whether or not they had a father at home. But no one wants to have that discussion because their goal is to abolish the family. And feminism has made this well known for the last 50 years.
Yeah. Yeah. They want to destroy. Listen, which is absolutely stupid because the family has been the building block of every civilization since we started writing shit down.
Every successful civilization. But eventually, what happens is when the government wants more power, you can't get it if they have an allegiance to a higher power, like a god or a family. So you take religion away, you take the family away, you abolish it, and then you find a way to create a narrative where the majority population of productive citizens in your country is somehow responsible for all of the evil that befalls on it. Boom. There you go. Now you have people who don't believe in a god, who all they have is the government. So they have to throw their allegiance behind that because according to the government, there is no higher power than them.
But that's not going to stand.
It's not going to stand, but you know what? No. It sure as hell is kicking and screaming on its way out.
The Soviet Union did that, and it didn't work for them. And the same thing's going to happen in China. It's just a matter of time.
Well, it didn't work out for them in the end, but they were able to maintain power for a long fucking time. So if we go down that hole,
it'll be bad.
There's a lot of us who are not going. Yeah, there's a lot of us who are not going to live to see us come out the other end.
That's absolutely correct.
Yay! So this is why we drink booze on this show, is because we go to some really dark places, no pun intended. Because we're talking about public education.
I'm going to be honest, I'm on the 65 and out plan, so anything beyond that number is gravy for me. But,
gravy. Not to be confused with man gravy or Neapolitan ice cream that requires a drinking straw.
Oh, you fucker. Like if I get zeroed out and they send me back to the lobby for my reassignment instructions, not really a big deal. Not a big deal.
But you want to know the worst part? And this does tie into what we were just talking about here. When it comes to this public education nonsense, it is important to point that out. This is only happening, I'm going to bring it back up here, public schools. Okay. Where do all of the rich people who supposedly are responsible for all of our problems, where are they going to school? It's not public school. It's private school. They're going to be exempt from this. And we've already been dealing with a public school system that is tailored to the lowest common denominator, to the point where boys are graduating high school and going to higher education in fewer and fewer numbers.
Correct.
And this is only going to make that worse. Because anytime you put like an evil genius such as yourself in a class where they already understand the material, they act up, and what happens? Oh, well, he's got ADHD. Boom. Give him the pills, and then we just don't have to worry about him anymore. He's a problem child. This is going to get worse.
Well, what they're doing is they're creating a serf class.
Yep.
And then you have the nobility and the serfs. The serfs are stupid.
Yeah.
You want to keep them dumb.
Yeah, the lower middle classes will no longer have the opportunity to strive, because the advanced learning classes, if this continues, they're going to be taken off the menu.
I'm going to be honest. If I lived in that school district, I would file a lawsuit in district court to get my tax money back if they're not going to teach my kid, to the highest level they could possibly do it.
Agreed.
I'm like, fuck you.
And I do apologize for putting this woman's face up on the screen. This is the epitome of boxed wine in Catland, so it's my bad.
Yeah.
We all know where she lives.
She looked like she had like the first seat on the roller coaster through boxed wine in Catland. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
That meme was genius, bro.
She probably keeps a vibrating, stunning, and brave toy of color in that inner pocket that smells like fish bad decisions and a can of tuna that's left out in the sun, or
You mean
perhaps
her
warming.
dishwasher?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Oh, I thought she was the dishwasher.
Nah.
No,
if
no.
you say that, you're gonna wind up
We're gonna get banned.
Or an ist.
We're gonna get banned.
You're gonna be a phobist.
Nah, dishwashers were invented by men to make women's life easier so they could pretend like they can do it all alone.
Because there was a nagger involved. Serious.
I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm with you 100%.
You can literally trace everything back to somebody's wife who was nagging. Why can't you get home from work faster? I guess I got to make a goddamn car now. Why can't you move all this shit over there?
Yep.
Why do you have to make all these trips? I guess I got to make a train. Okay, cool. Why does it take so long for a message to get over the mountains to my sister 3 states away? Why can't we make it faster? Okay, I'll make a telegraph.
Yeah.
I mean, it never ends.
Yeah.
Even now, I guarantee you, there's some dude out there in his house, and he's literally making up a blueprint to make some new whiz bang invention to make the world, work smoother. Is he gonna get a blowjob for that? Hell no, because she's been inoculated with wedding cake. I'm just saying. All right, that's my rant.
Well, we all know what to say to that. Outstanding. Oh, man.
Listen, you love it when I do the Comedy Gold rants, man. You love it.
Well, there is no better version of Popp than Spun Up Popp. I think Spun Up Popp is better than Good Popp. I think he's better than Evil Popp. He's better than Bad Popp. Spun Up Popp is the direct result of too much intelligence and too much booze filtered through a mouth that can't process the words correctly. But for some reason, all the gears, when Spun Up Popp comes together, they just seem to jive together for about 30 to 45 seconds straight, and then they slip out of there, and then you're just back to being Popp again.
Yeah, I get you.
You get the grunt look on your face, and
I was just saying, man.
I mean,
it just is what it is.
I love it. When Spun Up Popp arrives on the scene, it's all good. It's all good. I enjoy it. Oh, there was one thing that I forgot to mention when we were talking about Biden as Pervertus and his stunning and brave plans for the Middle East. It's kind of important to point out, I would say. So I'm just going to point this out here. I'm just going to put up an old tweet of Monsieur Biden.
What is it going to?
If you guys can
nuke him?
Well, no, he's not going to nuke him, but he was, damn it, freaking image. I can't really read it too well, so I got to bring it up here. Trump's erratic, impulsive actions are the last thing we need as commander-in-chief. No president should order a military strike without fully understanding the consequences. We don't need another war in the Middle East, but Trump's actions toward Iran only make that more likely. Fast forward, not even 2 years, Biden administration conducts strike on Iranian-linked fighters in Syria.
And this is just the beginning.
It's okay when Joe does it.
All right, I'm going to be honest. When Obama was running the show, there were thousands of drone strikes that never made the media. That guy was a bombing fool.
Of course. I think after all these years, he's still going after Corn Pop. And he's convinced that he's like hanging out in a cave somewhere with Osama bin Laden, who's totally dead. Just saying.
Yeah. Totally dead.
Totally dead. Yeah. That wasn't just a publicity psyop or anything.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know where I fall on this equation, other than the fact that there was something fishy happened, and I don't know what it was.
It's quite fishy. Yeah. It is quite fishy. And if you don't think so, free to disagree. We had Obama in office for 8 years, and for the next 4, we're going to have Obama if he makes it that long.
He ain't going to make it that long.
Nah. Camel toe, pull my Harris, or heels up Harris, whatever the hell. Like, whatever you prefer to call her this week. Yeah, she's going to get installed in there at some point, just like her. But, she broke the glass ceiling, right? She broke the glass ceiling by riding a rich old white man's coattails after spending decades riding rich old white man's Sounds refreshing, but really it really isn't.
You know where I got that, right? From that old Shasta commercial?
Oh, yeah.
I need a Shasta.
Sounds refreshing.
Sounds refreshing.
Really isn't.
But it really isn't.
Oh, man. Okay, so that brings us to where I'm from. Well, no, where I'm not from, where I'm broadcasting from currently. And this is really good news because I want to say that Mississippi is also following suit. And the dominoes have to keep falling because the media decided to shoot themselves in the foot. Texas drops coronavirus restrictions, opens all businesses 100%, ends statewide mask mandate effective next Wednesday. Boom.
Thank God.
And Mississippi is following suit, and the rest of the country at this point is just going to have to, because, after, just Ron DeSantis's mere existence in Florida is making the Democrats look like idiots. And then after, Biden pervertus took office, the mainstream media decided to pull the death counter from all of their broadcasts because they, by their own logic, as soon as Biden takes office, he's 100% responsible for all the deaths, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But check this out.
And January set a global record of over 100,000 just in this country.
Well, what are the flu deaths?
Yeah,
because
those are all gone.
Nothing. Isn't
it amazing? We've waited so many decades to find a cure for the common cold and for the flu, and all it took was another disease and a bunch of politically motivated asshats who wear lab coats to make it happen. It's fantastic.
Yeah. You are correct.
It's amazing.
Stunning and brave.
Stunning and brave. Oh.
I got nothing, man.
I got nothing. Yeah, it's a scamdemic. We all know that it is. And unfortunately, it's like what? Just in this country, the alleged toll is like 500,000? Something like that?
I don't really understand. I don't know what the numbers are. All I know is there has been radically overcounting.
Oh, yeah.
The flu, the deaths have gone to almost nothing. And if this thing was as deadly as they said it would be, it would have decimated the homeless out there. And they haven't been impacted at all.
It would have completely decimated India.
Yes, India's fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons you never really hear about India in the media, is because they don't want you looking at that.
No.
That's
pay no attention to what's behind the curtain.
Yeah. And when I say that they shot themselves in the foot by taking that death counter off of there, is because they wanted to make Biden look good. I want to say it was like the week after the ice cream social that I said the one silver lining that's going to come out of this BS is that in order to make Bidenus pervertus look like the hero of the pandemic, they're going to start opening everything back up regardless of what the conditions are, because they want him to be able to take credit for it. Well, when things start opening back up and they've deliberately taken the death counter off of the things in an effort to make people not be as afraid, and then you've got people saying, all right, we're just going to reopen our states then. No big deal. Not a problem. No, you gotta be afraid again. Well, I'm sorry, just disregard everything that we've been saying ever since he took office. You have to be afraid again. Please, for the love of God, be afraid. I don't really think that's going to go too well.
I was a little concerned in the beginning, But when I started actually looking at the smoke and mirrors, I was like, wait a minute. Now.
Wait a minute.
It's not adding up here. My evil genius brain is telling me that y'all are fucking lying to me. I don't think so.
So,
I've been trying to tell everyone, and nobody seems to listen.
Yeah.
Even my daughters, they're like terrified. I'm like, listen, you have like almost no chance of dying from this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Children are virtually immune.
Yeah, for the most part.
There was a baby recently born that had like 50,000 times the viral load of the average person, and it's surviving.
Yeah.
I'm so afraid of it.
Yeah, and a baby doesn't have any kind of immune system, and I believe it's still alive and it's doing just fine.
Yeah. And message for one of our wrenches, Success Pool Endeavors. Blake, are you no longer posting on DLive? Click on the link and then go and make sure that it's there. But it is there. I just checked it. We are streaming to DLive. It is going through just fine.
Amen.
Amen to that. Oh, goodness gracious. But of course, you can never, ever let a good tragedy go to waste. And that's really what this was all about. And I really do think that this whole nursing home debacle that has taken place in only 5 states, and you know, the media loves to try to gloss over that when they cover it at all, which is virtually never.
Okay, now before you say anything,
yeah,
of these 5 states, what percentage are they responsible for the COVID deaths?
5 states, every single one of them run by Democrats. So you're talking about Newsom in California, Whitmer in Michigan, Cuomo in New York. I forget who the other 2 are off the top of my head. But between just those 5 states, the death tolls in the nursing homes accounts for 40% of the complete total, which, as we know, is also hyperinflated.
That's a big number.
A little bit. But there's nothing suspicious or anything going on, right? You know, I mean, we were told that it was a conspiracy theory to insist that this was being done on purpose. Well, let's take a look over here at the Blaze. Michigan Governor Whitmer paid top health official massive sum in secret deal after his abrupt resignation.
Wow.
Over $150,000 in taxpayer money was paid to the health department director Robert Gordon after he abruptly resigned in January.
So she paid him hush money with taxpayer dollars.
Yep. And that was the agreement from what I understand. A total of 9 months' salary and health benefits, an agreement for releasing the state from any potential legal claims.
Well, I'll be honest, he really can't do that. He can't do that.
Can't do what?
You can't release the state from legal. I mean, he doesn't have the power to make the state immune from lawsuits.
No,
that's bullshit.
No, it's releasing the state from any potential legal claims. That means that he can't sue them.
Okay, fair enough. You're right. Yeah, they can do that.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
You know, you sign an NDA. It covers all manner of sins. Wah.
You know, I'm going to be honest. If there's a federal indictment, that shit doesn't apply anymore.
Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Rising to Serenity says she needs to be probed. I think the problem is that Stretch and Gretchen was probed far too much and far too often, and now she wants to take it out on everybody with a penis. That
yeah,
she, you know,
apparently she liked it in the pooper.
In the poop hole.
Yeah, put it in my butt. She liked to get anally drunk, I guess.
Yeah, my brother calls her Demon MILF. I don't see the MILF there myself. The demon I see clearly. Probably.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
She's too old. She's like in her 50s. I'm sorry. Just not into that.
And not to mention the fact that, like, just her face, even when she's smiling, the woman has, it's like the resting bitch face is just trying to crawl out like one of the face huggers coming out of the eggs in the Alien movies. And you just know that if that bitch gets a hold of you, something is going to pop out of your chest and end your life.
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. And she looks like she's about as sexual as a pub table. Not the things that happen on it, but the pub table itself. Because we all know what happens on pub tables. Not that I would know or anything. But, yeah. I imagine that dried out zombie vag is like sticking your dick in a styrofoam block.
Zombie vag. Man, that's just horrible.
I know.
That's just wrong.
So is she.
It's just wrong. No, it's the next one, man.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I mean, we're talking about the...
Como?
We're talking about Cuomo the Jomo.
Well, they're starting to turn on him now, and we're going to see more of this moving forward.
Isn't it amazing that, I mean, we knew all this stuff last year.
Yeah.
I mean, and you were called a conspiracy theorist if you tried to address it in any serious way. Like, hey, these Democrat governors are basically committing wholesale genocide of our elderly on our own soil, and no one is batting an eyelash at it. In fact, I've actually heard stupid Biden voters say things like, well, they didn't know that was going to happen. Well, the CDC said in March, long before these policies were put into action, that, hey, if your hospitals get overloaded to capacity, this is something you can do, but by all means, it is not the first stop. These places are ground zero for spreading a disease like this. If you do it without having to or needing to, it's basically committing murder.
Well,
and here we are.
First of all, anyone who's taken a biology class realizes that the old and the weak and the very young are the most susceptible to craziness like this.
Yeah.
And now we got lucky that the very young aren't hit that hard by this. It only gets the top end.
Mm-hmm.
And these Democrat governors, yeah, we're going to put these sick people in these rest homes. It'll all be fine. 40% later,
yep,
not so fine.
Not so fine. Absolutely not. And just the fact that we did know this, and they're doing this now, does lead me to believe that this is part of a whole gambit that is going to come up later. But I'm going to go over here to the New York Post for you guys. Cuomo aide Melissa DeRosa admits that they hid nursing home data so the feds wouldn't find it. So this is admitted conspiracy to commit murder. It's as plain as day, but because of qualified immunity, guess who's never going to see a day in jail?
Well, I am totally against this qualified immunity, and apparently the Supreme Court overturned that a little while ago. So who knows? Maybe all bets are off. But I doubt anything will happen.
What really pisses me off is that this mother fornicator won an Emmy for his EAU response. I didn't even know that they did that. I mean,
they're
seriously,
giving that shit away for nothing. They're giving away the Nobel Peace Prize for showing up.
Essentially, yeah.
It's like, thank you for not shitting yourself at preschool. It's worthless.
We got some people in the chat wondering about comments and stuff, and they're blaming the moderators. But Polska Bob flat out says right here, Google moderators are even censoring the moderators. So it is not the wrenches. It is our stunning and brave alphabet corporate overlords. Sorry about that. Sorry, and I'm getting a homo suspicion. The frickin' Unabomber gave me a homo suspicion point for saying that I'm struggling with a transition. You asshole!
Oh, that's funny.
Oh man, Polska Bob, I love you, no homo, but damn it, he catches them all. Oh man, he's like a Pokemon of shit that comes out of my mouth. You just got to catch them all. Kind of like how, I'm sure back in college, Gretchen Whitmer was the Pokemon of STDs. That's why she decided to do it all in the booty hole.
Let's hit some super chats.
We're going to hit some super chats, and then we'll talk about Cuomo the Chomo a little bit more, because there's a lot left. There's a lot more. Oh, it's going to be glorious. Okay, here we go. James Rankin, $5 pop while drinking a White Russian with a drinking straw, with Blake and a wine bottle and a happy cruise. That's right. It's happy cruise. You know, we're gonna go.
Oh my God.
We're gonna use a politically correct language here. It's a pride cruise. Chris B. in Philly, $10. What percent of military is Democrat versus Republican? In your opinion, I guess.
In my opinion, well, it was probably somewhere 70-30. But they're trying to get rid of the conservatives from the military. So who knows what's gonna happen in the future? And I
don't know. It's gonna smell like soy.
From what I'm hearing from a lot of guys who are still in, they're basically saying this is my last enlistment. I'm done.
And who can blame them?
I don't blame them at all.
Who can blame them? Oh no, your worst nightmare has come true. Atheist has donated $5. I found some actual drinking straw pics on the internet. Where do I send them?
Oh, I don't really need to see those. Don't send those to me, man.
Redonkulous12@gmail.com. Wrenches, do your thing. You could just forward them to me, and then I will just randomly put them up on the screen to fuck with you from now on. We're going to be in the middle of filming. All of a sudden, it's going to replace the script up on the TV, and you're going to be like, you asshole.
That's fucking horrible, man.
I'm going to start hiding drinking straws at your house.
Stop it, man.
You're going to wake up one day, you're just going to, got to do that, piss first thing in the morning, the one where you got sleep in your urethra and you can't even really point it correctly. You're going to lift the lid, and there's going to be a drinking straw taped there with a postcard from me.
Yeah. You're such an asshole.
Damn it. Pancho Villa wants to know what's wrong with drinking straws. Watch the episode called I Think We Should Sleep with Other People, and you'll know exactly what's wrong with drinking straws. Yeah,
somebody has not schooled up on our videos.
That is the first time that I nearly made you puke. It's pretty damn close. Hashtag pull out your drinking straw. Let's see here. Shannon Spiderweb donated $5 to the cause. Pop, I happen to be a biological female, and you not only opened my eyes, not only converted me, I will be a warrior for men's rights.
Amen.
And a woman.
Listen, we in my opinion, she needs to seek out the honey badgers and join up with them.
Yes. Yeah. Go talk to Lauren. Yeah, Lauren, literally, I don't see her in the chat tonight, but we miss her. We miss her rack. ML The Voice with a €5 donation. I add subtitles for the Spanish-speaking community. I am creating a Netflix alternative MGTOW in South America. Best to all my brothers. Outstanding. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Go for it, man.
Amen.
More power to you.
I want to see some of that shit.
Yeah, without a doubt. James Rankin with a third-party work. Look at the libertarians. Well, any party is going to be susceptible to corruption when you add money to it. That's exactly what's happened with the libertarians.
That's what happened to what's this? It happened to Biden and Bernie.
Oh yeah,
Bernie was a socialist. Listen, you saw how fast Bernie flipped over.
Oh man, it really is amazing how these democratic socialists in this country are better at capitalism than most business owners.
Yep.
You can't make this shit up.
I will say this though: capitalism, socialism / communism all goes to the same place. At the end of the game, you have a very few people at the top calling all the shots. That needs to stop. Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, and we've said it before and we'll say it again. What you see in this country with the vertical monopolies like big tech, 6 parent corporations essentially controlling over 90% of all the media that you ingest, that is not capitalism. Those kinds of vertical monopolies are only possible with far left government intervention.
Correct.
I mean, why do you think government is using big tech to censor free speech and invade your privacy? Because the government can't technically do that. The right to privacy, the right to free speech shall not be infringed upon by the government. But corporations, private companies that are built entirely on, platforms that are funded with taxpayer dollars, they can do it. And big tech throws money back their way so that they look the other way when they're breaking all these laws. It's just, it's so capitalist.
Amen.
People who don't understand economics should really just stop talking about them. And that basically, you lump in every Democrat. Because, it's free, right?
Yeah,
It's
fully
free.
free.
It's
Fair,
it's free if I don't
totally
have
free
to
and
pay.
fair.
It's free if I don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, ain't nothing in this world is free, and that's why I was Ranger Infantry, baby.
Dynaside 13. I won't be in a seedy basement, pile of hot brass before that. Well, we know what happens in those seedy basements. Baskets lower from the ceiling. That there may be a Mexican chick with a temper in there. You don't know.
You never know.
You never know. Next thing you know, you think you're enjoying a nice basket fornication, then you're running for your life, jumping 6-foot fences while she's chasing after you with a baseball bat full of gutter nails.
Let me tell you, that was scary. That was scary.
Not that you would know or anything.
I stumbled for a second. When I landed, I thought maybe I was going to get hit. I was lucky. Once I was up on my feet and I was good to go, I was gone.
Gone.
Because I'm telling you, ain't no Mexican chick with a bat and big titties going to run me down. It ain't happening. They ain't happening.
That's good times. Oh, man. The Bacon, 223. One of our most common contributors. Metal Shop Fine Fusion Cuisine. For the winning? No.
Yeah, that shit's some fucked up shit right there.
Yeah.
And you know what? And there's going to be, in my personal opinion, they're going to keep doing this.
Oh, yeah, but America's back, so we can go back to treating our military like shit, just like under the 8 years of Obama. And now we got Obama.
Correct.
We're so screwed, man. And
not man. Yeah.
And not in the way that led to, all of the drunken shagnanigans after you went to that donkey show down in Tijuana.
Oh, man, that was a bad night. That was a bad night.
You're never going to be able to wash that image out of your brain pan, my friend.
That was the first time I had mezcal. In fact, I think I'm going to call mezcal the donkey show. Yeah.
So disgusting. Jeff on the bound. I worked in the DFAC on drum after my active service. Brillo pads were banned just for the chance of metal shavings getting into the food. Really?
Yeah.
My voice is kind of good on the...
I was responsible for the commander of Hood and Hood and Bliss getting retired.
Bliss?
Yeah, literally, there was no coming back from the unofficial after-action report I wrote that I had put on Rumsfeld's desk. There's a lot of questions that couldn't be answered, and people just dropped their packets and went home.
Oh, man. Did our photographer buddy send you the meme that he sent me, and it said, if Fort Hood was a person, and it's like this prostitute that looked like she just went through 15 rounds of a badly mismatched fight covered in body glitter and stickers, and she's drinking Jack straight out of a bottle, and she's got a cigarette in one hand.
I didn't see that one.
I will send that one to you later. Free entertainment, fun for the whole family. Dynaside 13, $5. Hey, Pop, what are some of your fave D&D character builds? Texas is rolling for initiative with their secession vote. And Blake, what wines do you like? Reds, Malbecs primarily.
All right, half-orc fighter.
Half-orc! Outstanding. That's it? That's your
half-orc
absolute
fighter, man. That's usually all I played. Every
that sounds
once in a while,
about right.
I do a fighter mage or a fighter wizard, but usually just straight up fighter.
That sounds right to you. That sounds right for you, I should say. Dr. Fi donated on Streamlabs. You guys ever thought about doing on-the-street interviews with guys, either outside of family court or generally asking their opinions on family court or their own experiences with dating, marriage, divorce, children?
Oh, shit. That's actually a good idea. I never thought about that.
We should do that. Dr. Fi, thank you for the idea. I think we're going to try to put that one to practice. Tracy Wilborn, I wonder if anyone has invented a wedding cake of man chowder. Oh. Now there's where you break out your drinking straw, right there.
Oh, my God. The visual. Oh, man. It's lump of vomit, man. Lump of vomit.
Oh, man.
Touche to you. That grossed me out, man.
I mean, just imagine this big, beautiful wedding cake covered in frosting, and then all of a sudden you get to this specific middle layer, and that's when you get to the chocolate chunks. Oh!
Oh! You're so disgusting, bro.
And the other question that she had was, would it stop the nagging? Sadly, it wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't. No. Ain't stopping that shit. There's no stopping the nagging, man.
All right, so if you're gonna do the man chowder cake, you got to do the bazooka juice like ice luge too, right? Where you just like pour it down there, and then chicks are just like, ah.
Dude, that is just disgusting.
And you could choose to either drink it out of the ice luge or put a drinking straw in there.
Stop it! Stop it!
I'm gonna throw up. I'll do a little Batman for you. Jake Duke donated $10. What is your opinion on tactical tomahawks? Any brands or models that you would recommend?
Oh yeah. I the Cold Steel, tomahawks are probably the best bang for the buck. A Trailhawk was really good. I like that one. It's a little on the heavy side. And then there's another one
that describes that. A little on the heavy side describes some of your best dates.
Well, no. I mean, it's got a hammer on the end, and it's a good functional tool. But like if you're putting it in your, your bug out bag or your QRF rucksack, it adds a little bit of unadded weight. But yeah, if you want to get a tomahawk, go with Cold Steel. Can't go wrong with that shit.
Nice. Jimmy Bones has pulled his head out of the toilet to let us know that Nebraska got one of the California Cuckistan strains of the coof. I didn't know Pelosi or Newsom moved here. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yahoo! And frickin' Pelosi in that turbo wind tunnel over there. I gotta get my hair done.
They were talking about that one strain that's way more transmissible.
Yeah, transmissible, but nowhere near as deadly.
It's not as deadly. So what? It's like a common cold with a punch in the face now.
Yeah. Congratulations.
It's not a common cold, grab you by the dick and flip you over, ass over tea kettle.
No, man. Corn Pop would make mincemeat of the coof. I'm just saying. He's one tough dude.
Yeah. Just saying.
They call him Coof Pop. Actually, you know what? We should make a shirt where you're Corn Pop. Corn Pop is one. We'll just put you in a big corn on the cob costume. Corn Pop is a tough dude. No, he actually is. And he's coming for you. Hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husbands.
Everyone get raped up in here.
Everybody going to get rap-paid up in here. Designs donated $10. If they really wanted to help the black community, they would create better schools, paths to work, better education for the men. LBJ era, they kicked the struggling, jobless men out of the homes because their goal was to fight poverty, right? It's the war on poverty.
Here's another thing that a lot of people from the black communities that are suffering don't seem to understand is their cities are being run by black city councils.
Yeah.
They're making all of the calls locally where the tax money goes and where it doesn't go. All right. And like here in Detroit, there has been countless scandals of money disappearing from the public school fund, and nothing has ever been done about it.
No. And that's what cracks me up is when you hear Democrats trying to make excuses for why their schools are all in dire straits. It's, well, we don't have the funding that we need. Well, when you actually go and you do the research, inner city schools get more funding than virtually any other type of public education.
Yeah.
Where's all the money going?
Yeah,
it's getting skimmed off the top by people like Kwame Kilpatrick and a-holes like the guys who run Baltimore.
You can only get so many, whores and blow with that. I mean, come on, you got to account for the money somewhere. I'm just saying.
Oh, the hookers and blow.
Hey, look, I'm not really a big into blow, but I've been thinking about doing the pro thing. I've never done it before, but it does look attractive.
It does look attractive.
Just saying. No strings attached.
No strings attached.
And you leave. You have to worry about it.
You don't have to worry about allegations.
Nothing.
And no allegations of asphalting afterwards.
Yeah. And you know
Allegedly.
what? I mean, listen, if you're like around my age and you're even thinking of dating, if you find a woman that doesn't bug the shit out of you when they open their mouth, keep them around. I mean, it's, to hang out with and shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, I mean, it has just been one train wreck after another. I meet this girl and opens her mouth. Like, yeah. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Tracy Wellborn is not a she in this case. I'm sorry. I just when I read the name Tracy, that's what pops into my head.
Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah, it could be Mr. or Miss Potato Head. Yeah.
Pat or Tracy.
Pat or Tracy Potato Head. Matches your unisex name, Pat. Rogue Thinker, the voice of sanity must be funded with $50 Canadian. Thank you so much. CJ donated $2. Wrong. Corn Pop is the best. He's a tough dude. What do we got here? Let's do a little Gilbert Gottfried for you guys. Tony Ruiz donated $25. I don't know if it's because I'm 10 beers in, but I like these streams. Just saying, here's my donation to the bar. You savages keep up the good work. Cheers.
Savages.
I'll take that.
I'll take the word savage. I'm cool with that.
I'll take savage, too. Yeah. Or failing that in a pinch, time-traveling hobgoblin. I'll take that one, too.
But savage, you can't go wrong with savage.
No. Bunch of savages in this town.
That's a good gun company. They make good guns. Just saying.
No, didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Their tactical triggers. That fire. When you pull that thing and the hammer falls, it's a crisp break. It's awesome. You got to be a gun enthusiast to appreciate that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I was telling you about going over to my father-in-law's house yesterday. He's got 3 allegedly Second Amendment safes in his house, all full of weapons that were sadly lost in a tragic boating accident just last night after we left.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a real bummer, but they were glorious. There's some pearl engraved handles in there. Really, just good stuff.
I miss it. I really do. I used to look forward to going to the range with all the whoas when I was in the Army, and giving the range briefing and getting down there and helping guys actually learn how to, keep a good group and how to shoot and all that. I mean, I taught them everything. I miss it. I really do. And I love the smell.
You lost them all. Powder. Lost them all. Tragic boating accident.
Yeah. But the thing is like I would be behind the firing line, and they would do their shooting, and you could smell the gunpowder.
Smell it.
I just miss it. It was awesome.
I miss the smell of napalm in the morning.
Not this is gunpowder.
I know. You should know what I'm quoting.
I know what you're talking about.
It's one of the only movies I
wore 2 tapes out for the Apocalypse Now, man. Come on.
I know, but I'm just saying, every time I make a movie reference, you're like Captain America and the fucking Avengers. I understood that reference.
I literally stole 1 copy of Apocalypse Now from the AV room of my high school, and me and my buddies watched it till the tape broke. And then we stole another one.
That's how you know it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Jared Smith donated $9.99. Thank you very much. Channel 1-800-DUMB, $5 from New Zealand. Love to Papa and Blakey. Comp will probably go out on me. Pop's favorite movie, Full Metal Jacket, and Blake, favorite movie, The Guy in Top Gun. No, I do not like flaming homoeroticism in the form of beach volleyball. That is an incorrect assessment. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I like the Full Metal Jacket. That's actually pretty good.
It's got Gunny in there, man. Got to give mad respect to Gunny.
Yeah, I want to replace him.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, I could probably do it.
You totally could. Let's see. Gundanium Dova, $10. What's the estimated termination of stream tonight? Got to know when to start looking up old Lair videos to keep the wheels rolling. Well, we're probably going to keep it going here for like another 10 or 15 minutes and then call it a night because we are getting to the end of the chats.
Okay.
What do we got here? Redacted, $7.99. Blake recommended Casillero del Diablo. Malbec, currently $7.99 at a local grocer. You're on your own for tax. I appreciate it.
All right.
I will drink the shit out of some wine in the next stream because, like I said, apparently Wino Blake is quite popular. Only appeared one time, but I guess I was on my game. It explains a lot because during my man whore phase, I was drinking wine quite a bit.
Jorge
seems to make sense. Paul B donated $17.75. I think you're off by a penny. Army medic here, question Pop. I have an AR and a Mosin. Should I scope my Mosin or Evil Black Rifle? Mosin equals surplus 30 cal, a thumper, and cheap, but ARs can be pimped.
All right. If you are looking for accuracy, your best bet would be to pimp out the AR. Now, the Mosin Nagant is a good rifle. It really is. But you're going to get the Russian ammo. It's not going to group to precision. To mount a scope on that thing is just it's a monumental task. And it kicks like a fucking racehorse. You know, the Mosin Nagant's a great hunting rifle, and I'm sure it was a good sniper weapon during World War II. Only because a large majority of those shots were taken inside of 400 meters in an urban, semi-urban environment. So you can get good precision with a stock AR platform with a decent scope on it, all the way out to 500 meters, no problem with, you know, either 55 or 62 grain, you know, standard ball ammunition. How do I know all this? Wow. I don't even remember this details. It's just like... comes like
it's all
Pop
just
is dictating out of his box.
It's all just rolling around in there. It's like the card catalog and the library scene in Ghostbusters where they all just fly everywhere. They're all still in the library. They're just not in any specific order that anyone can make sense of.
I know, but you know what? Listen, I screwed around the most in the gun. I bought like 2 of the rifles back in the day for like $79 a piece from Dunham's, and they make great deer rifles, iron sights out to 250, no problem. But I just, you know, trying to get sniper grade stuff out of it's not really going to happen.
Yeah. Not going to happen. All right. James P. donated $25. More entertaining than any television. A place where men can be authentically toxic. Long live the alpha male protectors of the Republic.
Amen. And I will train you all.
Yes. Yeah, if you want to be part of Pop's prepper group, redonkulous12@gmail.com.
Yep. Right now I'm collecting all the emails. I'm putting them in their own folder, and then I'm going to probably start sending out either a newsletter or information stuff, or even putting a private videos and pointing you all to those.
Nice. All right, we still got almost 900 people watching. Thank you all for tuning in as we start to wind it on down.
I'm honored you guys like to come watch me, man. It's I really am honored. It's heart moving. It really is. I don't mean to be surrender a homo suspicion point that easily, but you know, I'm really touched by it.
Well, I mean, we didn't start doing this for the money. We started doing this because we're telling a truth that absolutely needs to be said. And I think now more than ever, the insanity in our country has gotten to the point where telling the truth is a noble act that can, you know, if people don't want to hear it, they'll try to get you fired. They'll try to get you shit canned. They'll try to send people to burn your damn house down. It's become that hard to tell the truth.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Listen, like what I'm doing here is, like, I remember I was talking to this one feminist, and she said, you know, you're just training these young men to hate women. And I said, hey, bitch, you know what you train? You train monkeys and fucking dogs. Yeah. I don't train shit. I forge men.
That's hilarious.
And that's what I'm trying to do here. Forge as many guys out there that are willing to listen, who can carry the word forward. And then they in their good time will take it upon themselves to forge good men long after I am gone.
Absolutely. That's what you do. Because, I mean, like you said a long time ago, the fight is over for you, but it's just beginning for a lot of dudes out there.
Correct.
So if you can arm them up with the truth and send them out there to do their deal and hopefully make them wiser for it, amen.
Listen, when I used to compete, I did really good when I had good people in my corner, because over the chaos of the crowd and all of the crazy bullshit, I could always hear my trainer speaking to me from the corner, even if it was like crazy loud where I was fighting at. It was like literally had one of those Dixie cups with the string attached to my ear. And he was like, all right, yeah, slip the jab. All right, go for the body, kick the leg. All right, throw the knee, elbow. Good, you got him. I mean, that's how it used to be, man.
Yeah. Polska Bob wants to know if he missed his donation. Yes, you did. I did read it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, Polska Bob, one of our biggest donators, and a wrench in the chat. Good man, good man.
Somebody kept saying in the chat here that I'm saying what my favorite whiskey is.
Yeah.
And right now, it is the Jameson Cold Brew Whiskey.
Damn
this
right.
Shit is the bomb. It's not that expensive. If you're going to send me a bottle, buy one for yourself, because it's incredibly smooth. And I'm not getting paid to say that.
No, it's just that damn good. It is that damn good.
Just saying.
You poured me a glass of that, and I was like, I don't know. Oh, yes. All right, here. Oh, yeah, we still got to talk a little more about Chomo. We should probably get on that.
Yeah, let's finish Chomo, and then we'll
Let's
be
finish
done.
Chomo, and then we'll knock out the rest of the chats here. Oh, it's good times, because they're just throwing him right under the bus and running him over with every wheel. Nancy Pelosi calls sexual harassment claims against Cuomo credible. Yeah, not like the ones against, the stunning and brave duly elected president, which actually had video evidence proving that she was talking about this stuff decades ago.
Yep.
But I want to say there's now 3 accusers against Cuomo the Chomo. And yeah, so I mean, he's responsible for what? 10, 11,000 deaths? Basically an elderly genocide in his own state. And now this. And on this week's episode of shit that aged like cottage cheese heating up on a radiator, Chelsea Handler, who still really, really wants to believe that you want to see her tits, wrote this a year ago. Dear Andrew Cuomo, I want to be your first lady. And you can smell the mental illness coming off of this. It's almost been a year since the Mueller report came out and since Robert Mueller was a regular fixture in my life. As with any breakup, I've taken this time to lick my wounds, prepare myself to love again, and try to manage my expectations with any future lovers. Precisely what gets me into trouble time and again. What? And she goes on to talk about how he filled the void of dignity and valor that Donald Trump created when he became our president. Oh, wow.
Like, I'm telling you, this whole thing reads like the Ballad of the Sheeple.
Yeah. With every indictment, I fell harder, but in the end, due to no fault of his own, he ghosted me. He was a mirage in a desert of despair. And now she's all in love with Mr. Cuomo. Thank you, Andrew Cuomo, for reminding us that there are men who can lead and be clear and tell the truth even when the news is bad. Who practice benevolent ruthlessness, who speak to Americans with respect. Thank you for your different outfits, your tight white polo shirts, which give of course, a nice shot of his pierced nipples, that disgusting person that he is. But, oh, man.
I did not need to see that.
Why?
I did not need to see that.
Does Chelsea Handler actually still think that she's relevant? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend. But, man, oh, man, this is some creepy shit.
Yeah, this is...
But he tells the truth.
This is mental illness.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, over.
Fire for effect.
And I love the last thing here. P.S. One other thing, Andrew. Once we have this pandemic under control, you owe it to the people of New York to legalize marijuana. No, I would say that he owes it to the people of New York to do 25 to life. for the mass murder of their grandparents and relatives. Just my personal opinion.
Yep.
But wow. But what really concerns me, and, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the Democrats, for all of their sheer insanity and stupidity, because they have the media on their side, they are able to at least convince a sizable portion of the population that they have strategery when it comes to politics. When I read shit like this, and of course, with Biden bombing the Middle East again and withholding the severance, whatever you want to call it, the stimulus checks, while, gutting tens of thousands of jobs. It seems to me like this is a psychological operation designed to try to make voters believe that they are going to try to distance themselves from people like Bidenus pervertus, people with credible accusations against them who mismanage their office. So they're going to throw Cuomo under the bus. And then when the time has come for Camel Toe, Pull My Harris to, for the Trojan horse to open up and show that the gift is really genocide, that's going to be their play. I really think that they're trying to set the stage for that by throwing this guy under the bus. What do you think?
Well, there are plans within plans, and, they really... Well, first of all, they are drunk with power because they can do whatever the fuck they want now. They've manipulated and proven to the world that they can manipulate our stunning and brave erections. So they literally could do whatever the fuck they want. Or let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
They can do whatever the fuck they want in the beginning.
Yeah.
But chances are, a lot of people are not going to like that, especially when you can't feed your family and shit goes crazy. It's going to get real quick, and then a lot of people are going to be like, well, I didn't really mean for that to happen. Well, no. We're way beyond that, baby.
Yeah.
No. It's time to go talk to the chiropractor.
The extreme chiropractor.
Just saying.
The bacon is in the chat. Can't find the drinking straw episode. Which channel? It is on the main channel. Boom. Just threw a link in the chat there for you. So now you can go back to where it all began and see Popp nearly puke himself.
God, that was a bad one.
That was a bad one. And I had to really try to twist the knife just to get you to say the damn line. You're like, I don't want to do that, man. It's disgusting. I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. But you did it, and it's comedy gold. So I appreciate you. I appreciate you for doing that. No homo. Channel 1-800-DUMB with $5 New Zealand. Try a Rodney Dangerfield. I don't know if I can do that. I could try. My voice is kind of shot today. I'm like, I'm in all this. I saw that the link was private. I changed it. It is now unlisted. Boom. Go for it. And I'll probably put it up on the Vimeo and put it on the Subscribe Star on Patreon for you guys, just because. Try Rodney Dangerfield. Drink Brothers Bottom of the Glass, Big Papa. What was that actor in Jerry Maguire? Ha ha ha. Love up. Drink Brothers Bottom of the Glass. What was that actor in Jerry Maguire? What are you talking about? Cuba Gooding Jr.? Tom Cruise? Gay Cruise?
Nice.
Nice. CJ with a $2 donation. Could see Popp as a Sergeant Hulka from Stripes, too. Stripes is a good movie.
That was good, yeah.
Jared Smith. Forgot the comment on my last. Your live from the lairs lately are going to save a lot of lives. I concur with that one.
Well, I hope so. I really do. And here's the weird thing is a lot of those live from the lairs, they don't really get a lot of play on some of the channels to start off with.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are being either, mirrored or passed around after the fact in a lot of those survival channels and stuff.
Yeah. As far as our presence on Brighteon, the prepping episodes are the biggest hit that we have on that platform. Most of the videos on there do maybe 100 hits. Those will go into the thousands almost every time.
All right.
It's good stuff. Let me see here. St. John. I think I'm the only one watching on Twitch. Keep up the good work. But it's funny because Twitch is really the place to watch this for the best possible quality. YouTube looks all right, but Twitch looks immaculate. I'm not sure why that is. Probably because it's developed specifically for streaming. But, you know, you can't say simp on there. Oh, I just got us banned. Oh, shit. We're screwed. I said
damn.
Suckers idolizing mediocre poon. Damn it.
Yep. There's all of, 10 people watch this on that platform now?
Yeah, pretty much. Mike with a $70 donation. Thank you so much. Hey, Blake, if you're in Texas, try to get a bottle of Iron Root Harbinger. This is great whiskey, my favorite. Actually won World Whiskey of the Year last year. Made in Texas.
I might have to try some of that shit.
You know what? I will buy a bottle of that with some of these stunning and brave, fantastical super chats from you guys, and I will take a bottle home.
Amen.
Just for the man. And a woman. Wah. Damn it. It's like in my head every time now. I go to church, and it's like, can I get an amen? Hey, woman. Oh, shit. No, I can't hear it without making jokes. They've polluted my thinking me. Shay Smith. Pop in Blake, the new must-see TV. Oh, and Blake, get some Hawaiian Tropics so you can lessen your whiteness during your cruise. Seriously, no one believes you're really in Texas. You a-holes. I wouldn't have it any other way. If you guys weren't busting my balls, it wouldn't be a good night. Kiro Ninja with a $5 donation. I'm bringing the booze for the movie when the left start eating each other on a massive scale. It's going to be one hell of a show. They're already starting, man. They've been doing it for years. It's just becoming more and more common now. Yeah, sorry about all the Google deletions tonight. It's not the wrenches. It's the stunning and brave corporate overlords. Apparently, they now know we exist, and that's why we can't crack that 1,000 ceiling anymore. Bastards! Cabragoon Cabulus. When someone in Congress says, just saying.
You know what? I would love it if they start using my lingo up there. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just saying, man. I'm asking for a friend.
I'm asking for a friend? Oh, my God.
It's not me. I'm asking for a friend.
Channel 1-800-DUMB with $5 New Zealand. God bless you, Pop. God bless you, Blake. God bless to the boys. And God bless you, sir. Thank you very much.
Amen.
And that is the last chat of the night. But, oh, man, the sheer insanity and the stupidity going on in the news lately. Like, we can't even keep up. Doing 2 streams a week, we still lose a lot of news stories.
We're swamped.
Yeah.
It's like we're in an ocean of idiocracy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It really is astonishing that in an age of such readily available information, people are just so willfully ignorant. They don't want to rock the boat. They want to go along with what their friends think. And if that makes them feel good about themselves, that's really all they care about. They want to pretend to be good people because that's a hell of a lot easier than actually getting out there and doing it.
Yeah, there's a big difference between pretending to be good and actually being a decent fucking stand-up person.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Well, I mean, we see the studies on this all the time. You know, all of the climate change freaks with their private jets and the fact that they actually don't recycle as much as skeptics. Like, good luck with that.
All right, man. Let's sign off here.
All right, let's get a safety briefing. We're gonna call it a night.
All right, gentlemen. We now live in perilous times. Be careful who you talk around because you know it could be your daughter, your son, your brother, your father could narc you out to God knows who. All right. If you have to fight, don't go to the ground. If you have to fight, finish it quick and get away. It's better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And we will see you guys Thursday night on all the platforms. Again, we are broadcasting live every Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m., 7 Central, to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, DLive, and MGTOW.tv. As soon as Rumble and BitChute are up and running live streams, that's going to be happening too. And one last chat here from Jimmy Bones. Speaking of Congress, did you hear what Jerry I just shat myself said about God in the Halls of Congress? If not, look that up. I did not.
Probably not good.
Probably not good. Because that seems to be the world that we live in now. Honk, honk.
Amen.
All right. We'll see you all Thursday night, 8 p.m. 7 Central. Maybe Wino Blakey will come back. Maybe he won't. I don't know. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I am not on a gay cruise! You chomos. Have a good night, guys. Thanks to all the wrenches. Thank you to everybody who donated. Peace and